Welcome back to the Play Like a Legend Season 3 here at London's Gfinity Arena. My name's Matt Andrews, very pleased to introduce you to our analysts and cast are going to be helping us with some of the rest of the day as well. Red Eye and Chris, good morning to you. What an upset we have seen. Our first match of the day, our first quarterfinals here of Season 3. Ty, last season's runner-up, gone. Ex-poacher, who we were really impressed with yesterday, but a newcomer, we hadn't seen much of him before. He fought to qualify for today to get through to the quarterfinals. He's now in the semi-finals. He's taking home some of our prize, and he's knocked out Ty Walton. What a game, Paul!
Huge, huge result. Good result for him as well. It's great. I mean, I love these underdog stories, right? You get them where, like, genuinely, the guy qualifies online. It's like grassroots football again. Go back to the Sunday morning football thing. You know, when I was a player. Yeah. You know, when I was a lad.
Yeah.
Back in 1890. And
was it a round ball then?
It was brown.
Yeah,
made
and a
of pig's
bladder or something, yeah.
And basically, you'd start, you play, wouldn't you? And you get a bit better, and then you find a Saturday team, and then you find a league team, and then a non-league team, and then you'd be playing for Man United. Or
that's all your career, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's kind of like that for online, for the Play Like a Legend. So he's gone through that process. He's gone through online. He's qualified online. He's played some of the best players in Europe online to get here to start with. And then yesterday, I thought he was good, but there were signs where I thought he's shown a bit of naiveness. There was a few mistakes in there as well, and I thought I'm not sure he can go much further. And going up against Ty, I had Ty down as probably the guy on form. He's had the German changes that he's made. He looks really strong. He's tactically really strong. And I wasn't sure whether that mixture of brilliant forward play that we saw from Poacher yesterday would transfer against Ty, but I was proved wrong, and I'm very happy for the guy that he's gone and done that. It's brilliant.
Chris, do you think Ty just didn't play to his full strengths, or didn't adjust well enough to ex-Poacher? How do you think that came about?
Maybe he was just surprised with how Poacher played. Like the other guys were picking up on the, casting before. He's a complete surprise package. No one knows what he's like. And I think from Ty's perspective, he wouldn't have liked to play Poacher. And yeah, I just thought Poacher played brilliantly, attacking wise, and didn't make the same mistakes that he made yesterday. And I think that really helped. And really looked the full package, like he can win this tournament.
Yeah, it's a bit like when Chris won his first tournament. Nobody knew who he was back in 1954. And so when he turned up to play, everyone was like, who's this young kid? Why is he playing in black and white? And he took him by storm because no one really knew how to play against him. They've got this regular kind of setup of who they played against. They have styles and what have you. Yeah. And then someone else comes in with a slightly different way of playing. And he genuinely does have a different way of playing, Poacher. It's, we saw it in the last tournament. I think there was a lot of defensive talk, a lot of strategy, and it was really interesting from a strategical point of view. But I was a little bit like, come on, I want to see that gung-ho, going forward, bombing forward, no-care attitude. And that's exactly what he delivered.
Yeah, no, exactly right. And sort of, he plays very narrow as well, so with that 4-1-2-1-2 alternate formation. Yeah.
And then you've got the Ronaldo switch with the Robin switch at half-time as well, which he keeps doing almost every game. So
yeah, he did that pretty much all day.
Really interesting. Really interested to see how far he can go.
Let's find out who ex-Poacher will be playing next. Let's clear up the bracket for you. So it's going to be our next game, Acer Drerhano versus Marlut. Now, Marlut was a surprise making through to the quarterfinals as well. He was in Group D yesterday. We all thought that was the group of death. That had Vitality Brian, our Season 2 champion, in it. It had Tass in it. We didn't expect to have lost him already. So Marlut, I guess, is in the same sort of vein as ex-Poacher. We don't know a lot about him. We haven't seen much of him, but he's made it through to here. Up against Acer Drerhano. Chris, do you see a clear winner out of that game?
I know. Well, we know a little bit more about Drerhano. He's won a few German championships recently, so I think he's the favourite going into it. But yeah, why not Marlut? He's beaten Taz yesterday, and I talked to Brian a bit, and Brian said it was a tough game against him. So yeah, I think
Brian won 6-3, but for Brian to say, not easy for him.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is as well, we touched on this yesterday, but the German scene has probably been the strongest scene in FIFA for 10 years, maybe 11 years, something like that. Yeah, it goes back a long way. And it's like a conveyor belt of talent. It's really annoying, actually. Like, where do they keep digging these FIFA German champions up from? But they have a very strong league over there, very strong setup. And so whenever you see a German player, if you're a player and you come to the tournament, you see a German player and you've got him in the first round, you're like, oh, really? Why do I have to get the guy from Germany first? He's probably really good, even though you don't know anything about him. So, and he comes from that kind of stable, Drerhano, as well. And as Spencer said, he's the doctor, so presumably he's going to show us some surgical skills, and he's going to make it through to the semi-finals.
Well, we'll find out, and whoever wins this one is going to be up against ex-Poacher. Be in England versus Germany semi-final. We all like a bit of that, don't we? So Drerhano versus Marlut. Paul, put you on the spot. Who's it going to? Who's going to win?
It's Dr. Drerhano.
And Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to go Dr. Drerhano as well. He looks like he's got a better squad than him as well.
So we can all expect Marlut to win then. So Chris and Paul will take you through our actions, find out who's our next player in our Play Like a Legend semi-finals here at Season 3.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know if that's a slur or not. I mean, generally, commentator's curse means that obviously, you know, whoever I pick is now destined to lose, which I'm sorry for that. So apologies to Dr. Drerhano. But yeah, I mean, both these players very interesting because on top of the fact that we've seen that first match happen with Poacher, those three now, regardless of who goes through, will now be the first-time finalists. The first time actually that they've been to the arena and then gone through to the finals. On the opposite side of the bracket, we're expecting a little bit more maybe standardised stuff where potentially Brian goes through. Maybe we get a repeat finalist and what have you. So it's almost against like the old guard against the new guard. So I'm really happy to look forward to how this all pans out today. Not just this match.
Yeah, no, it's the first time we see these guys at a Play Like a Legend tournament as well. So it'll be nice to see how their styles are based. Like, do they have a defensive philosophy or an attacking philosophy? Already, I think we've got sort of a narrow. So this 4-3-1-2 formation is one that Hughes Garrido has used in the past, and normally comes with a very attacking sort of narrow style, playing through the middle quite naturally.
Cuadrado, Ramirez, Rooney across that middle area, and Balassi and Sturridge up front. And fairly standard four at the back. It's becoming quite usual to see Manua, Walker, those kind of players in the back four. Yeah,
no, a lot of players do like the sort of standard BPL team. I think it's got a good base to start a team off with, like cheap players like Anua, Sturridge, and then obviously you can build on that as well.
Indeed. So, we're underway in our first match of the second quarterfinal. Of course, these are two legs. And the two legs, if you're not familiar with the Playing Like a Legends, then don't worry, we've got you back. It is a two-match aggregate score. And the winner will go through on the highest aggregate. If they're drawn, we'll have a silver goal in a third game. And a chance early on here. And, well, pulled back, but no. Been snuffed out there and get away from that defensive area very quickly indeed. So no goals so far in the first 6 minutes. We will also have a golden goal in the second half if the silver goal doesn't separate them. And someone asked me yesterday, what happens if that's a draw? Well, we'll carry on. We'll just carry on playing, just forever, until we finally separate them somehow. I did suggest some sort of, rock, paper, scissors system after 7 matches or something, but that didn't go down too well. So we're going to stick with the whole, silver goal, golden goal.
Yeah, I'd like to see a game go until tomorrow. When would tiredness become a big factor in that kind of game? 3 hours, 4 hours in, or?
I don't know. You tell me. How long have you? What's the longest you've ever played FIFA for?
No,
don't tell me that actually, because I already know.
I don't think I want to admit it either.
So, 12 minutes gone. The docks, as they're called. Dr. Drerhano trying to put something together. Not really had a huge amount of success. Neither team so far finding the opportunity to open the team up and show us what they're made of. It's a cagey start, I think, in any way, and almost all quarterfinals are, whether they're in FIFA or whether they're in real life, frankly. Still a bit messy. Marlut try and sort this one out now as he comes forward on the near side. No, he can't. Shoved off the ball. Strong challenge from Rooney. Got away with it. And Di Maria now. Sturridge through the middle. Got options here, the left and the right. And the other option was that he lost the ball. That was the one that ended up being correct. Gets it back in midfield once more, though. Rooney. Side checks to Walker on the far side. Inside to Rooney. Nice link-up play. Early ball to Sturridge now. Little back heel. Through ball to Cuadrado. Chance here for the cross into the box. Di Maria's waiting. It's 1-0 Marlut. What a great start. 19 minutes in. And the underdog takes the lead.
A great goal from Marlut. Just looking for that opening space again. Just to the edge of the box. He played a nice through ball actually really early on, but quality goal from Marlut.
Absolute top draw. And the dock is in the dock. He's 1-0 down, but on the attack now on the far side. What can he put out of this? Sturridge losing the ball again. Cuadrado picks it back up. Balassi now for Marlut, playing the ball long for Sturridge, looking for this one. Tries to bring it down. Strong challenge. He's left the defender on the floor this time. Again, a little bit of play in midfield. Di Maria, he went for the early ball. That's easy for Anua. And Balassi's going to wait to pick this one up near side. Ramirez. Di Maria. Rooney. Space to the right-hand side. Ramirez. Di Maria again. Nice little triangles being played by these three. What can they make out of this, though? Drerhano. Walker. Oh, loses the ball far side. That was sloppy. And Drerhano now can break away with Di Maria of his own. PLALC in the midfield area, just holding it back. Walker now on the near side. Very similar player setups from both teams. Sturridge now uses the nutmeg. And that's come to nothing. Nice little link-up play, but again, as we noticed yesterday, no end product so far, Chris.
No, yeah, not so far. A little bit scrappy. I think Marlut's had the better of this first 30 minutes, playing a bit more possession. But yeah, there's a lot of sort of turnover and possession in this midfield area so far, which is quite surprising at this level. But maybe both players are a bit nervous. The first game of the quarter-final. But yeah, Marlut can just sit back and relax now. He's got that one goal lead.
13 minutes left of the first half of the first leg. The doctor still trying to find an opening here. Is there a surgical strike about to occur? Ramirez, Sturridge now trying to get the ball back. No, Marlut gets it away. Rooney now. Early ball through for Sturridge to chase. He's shoved off the ball though, and that'll be safe. And, well, they're going to be careful back here, but seemingly, well, I was going to say in control, and then that was just sloppy.
Yeah, no, poor pass there. But good defending previously by Drerhano just to block off that run. I think the striker may have won the race there to the ball.
Marlut now trying to come forward, just inside, halfway inside the half. Shoved off the ball with a strong challenge of Rooney. It was fair though. Still Rooney. PLALC now. Nice little ball inside. Sturridge now. Oh, taken away from him at the last moment. Good defending by Marlut again. Didn't panic, didn't lunge in, didn't gift away the penalty. And retains the lead. Strong challenges in midfield once more. Good job these are pixelated players, otherwise they'd have bruises all over them right now.
Yeah, no, good defending there by Marlut. Just did enough to put the striker off, so he couldn't take a first touch and have an easy finish. But a little, you know, sort of more to.
Chance here, a little ball inside. Aim for the penalty box, but that one's sorted out as well. And almost so far in this first half, Drerhano, everything he's thrown at his opponent has been dealt with pretty easily. We've seen a full shot yet, have we?
No, the closest he has got is that sort of counter-attack that Marlut did deal with.
So free kick. Marlut just inside the opponent's half here, 10 yards or so. Going to build from the back. Ooh, Rooney lost that one though, that was pretty easy. Now he's got it back. Bernard Holt now, PLALC. Di Maria now, what can he do? Two men around him. He initially gets shoved off the ball, then threads it through. It's going to be offside. And solid first half then from Marlut. Came from that Group D. I mean, I called him the underdog, but actually, coming out of that Group D, I think Dave called it the Group of Death yesterday, and it was D for Death. So he's got some pedigree alone, Chris, just from coming out of that group, because we might not have expected him. We definitely didn't expect him to come out of that group.
You know, we did tip Taz and Brian to come out of the group. Actually, real interesting conversation with Taz yesterday. He was saying that his game with Brian was really close, but he got soundly beaten by Marlut. So yeah, just a credit to what, you know, the level of player that he is.
Some changes going on right now. We'll see the introduction of Bale as we get back into our second half. 2 legs, so plenty of time still for Drerhano. He won't be in the panic mode just yet. Anua's off, Bale on, and a change of tactics as well, of course.
You know, a lot of players like to obviously make the sub just to get better players on that may impact their starting chemistry at the start of the game.
Got Hazard and Ramos also on. Ronaldo's on for Sturridge on the other side. So I've noticed a lot of teams using Ronaldo as a sub, bringing him on at half-time. Chance. Well, it's gone in the goal, but it's not a goal. Offside. Oh, there was a free kick infringement there somewhere. Paul Pogba's on as well, another popular substitute at half-time. Cuadrado being substituted for both teams.
So that's Marlut bringing on Robben, Ronaldo and Pogba.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's got the 1-0 lead and just made his team a whole lot stronger.
And do you know what? That's almost identical to what ex-Poacher does.
Yeah, no, ex-poacher does bring that. Is that the Ronaldo, Robben sort of pair at half-time?
That combo. So let's see what impact they have. Hazard's one of the newly introduced players. He's on the pitch now. Ramirez trying to thread that ball through. PLALC's going to get this one back. A little bit of hold-up play here while he gets collected by some players of his own. Di Maria's one of them. Bale, fresh legs. Finds Walker. Has to come backwards towards Ramos. Another new introduction at half-time. 6 substitutes at half-time. Rooney trying to slip through his marker there. And Marlut does very well indeed, tidying that up very nicely. Takes out 2 players in the process as well. And Rooney now can build from the back here, very deep indeed. Oh, Manure with a little bit of a sloppy pass, but that's all right. Walker's got that one. And now Pogba. Di Maria. Ramirez going for the 1-2. Didn't quite work out though, and a little bit of confusion between the Marlut players in midfield, so they're going to lose that ball out. And now a chance for Drerhano to build something with his Wayne Rooney.
So I'm very packed in the middle of the park at the moment.
Very
Both
packed.
players look like they have a 4-3-1-2 formation. So
does it really? Because it looks like a sort of 1-7-2 formation to me right now. It looks like 7 in midfield on both of these teams. It's so busy in there. Now, can they cut them open on the far side? Van Arnholt now for Marlut. Has to play the ball back though. And won't get a second chance at opening him up. I thought that was an opportunity there with some space.
No, I think he was didn't have many players in the box there. So fair enough. Keep possession of the ball. Work for a better attack.
For a moment, like nobody wanted to touch the ball. Some sort of allergy to it, but finally they picked it up. Marlut picks it up, and he'll. Yeah, that's going to be a yellow card. A bit sloppy.
A few bookings actually in this game.
Hazard's only been on the pitch 19 minutes, and he's got himself a card. Needs to be a little bit careful because he hasn't got anyone else. Can't take him off. Can't substitute him now either.
Suspensions do carry over in a FUT format.
So yeah, they don't want to do anything here. Right, is this going to be a long-range effort? No, it's not. Rooney, so slide ball through to Ronaldo, who got pushed down and is now sort of feigning some sort of headache on the floor. Hazard now, the yellow card offender. Near side wins himself a throw-in. Now, what can Drerhano do? The pace of this game hasn't been great, it has to be said. There was a lot of pace in that first match. Love the fact that we saw so much attacking from Poacher. And it hasn't quite had that edge so far this quarter-final.
No, both players struggling to get any space in front of like their opponent's back 4. And that's what Poacher got a lot of last game, so tie with the flat back 5.
Chance here though, Di Maria's put Bale through. That one will run all the way through to Courtois. What was that?
It looks, I think, offside.
Yeah. The goalkeeper and the defender decide to hug it out on the floor.
Yeah, I think you see a lot of them hugging combos. Sometimes escalates a bit more than that.
It does, yeah. There are a few videos. Let's not go there. 20 minutes to go in this first leg. And chance here for Marlut to make this 2-0. Oh, ball's gone free. It is going to be cleared away, though, luckily and very nervously by Drerhano. And he probably would have needed a cardiac arrest machine after that because, wow, if that had been 2-0, I think that might have been good night for him.
Yeah, a very tense moment there for Drerhano. And you never like to see that where the keeper's
not when it goes loose inside the box like that, and you don't really know where it's going to end up. Koscielny now near side, through ball. Di Maria receives, turns his marker inside out. He's got another one to beat down here, and he's won himself a throw-in with 15 to go. And Marlut currently still has the lead, away from home to start with as well. Carry that small advantage across. The away goals don't count, of course, in our aggregate scores. Oh, a little slip, but it didn't matter. Rooney now. Bale. Chance here. Little sidestep. Oh, tried to dink it over the top. That one's going to be easily held by Courtois. And still just the 1 goal.
A little bit more encouraging from Drerhano. He's starting to press a bit higher up the pitch. Nearly got the opening there with the skill move, but Marlut, again, cutting him out.
Dear me. Out of my way, he says, as he comes through him like a steam train. Van Arnholt now near side. He's going to switch play to Walker. It's a little bit risky. There's a couple of players floating around over there like sharks, waiting for any mistake to fall out. Nice long ball over the top, though. PLALC didn't take it on the... it was a reasonable first touch, but just couldn't squeeze his way through past the 2 defenders. And with 8 minutes remaining now, Marlut will be content, I think, Chris, to hold on to the lead.
Yeah, I think he'll be happy to take the 1-0 lead into the second leg, but to be fair, yeah, like...
Still pushing, though.
Yeah, he'll look to keep possession, walk up the pitch.
Ramirez to have Van Haan out now. Inside, Ramirez found some space. Nice little ball to Ronaldo. Bit of trickery here would go and miss. Nicely passed to Rooney. Van Aanholt yet again. Two waiting for it in the centre. It comes back out to Rooney on the far side. Robben now trying to get into the box. And the foul was a very poorly timed foul. And that will end that attack. What a shame.
Yeah, I'm surprised Marlut didn't go for the shot with Rooney there. He had a lot of space. I don't think realised this.
And when he came out, I mean, it looked like he had all the time in the world.
Yeah, I think he could have taken a touch there and just finessed that into the corner. But very surprising when you see a player defending so deep.
Oh, wow, that could have broken anywhere. Little deflection. Inadvertently, almost put Marlut through for a chance on goal. And that's interesting. Just running the clock down a little bit, but you're actually behind.
Again, maybe he
doesn't want to concede a second.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the key there. So, almost over. A little bit of injury time to come. Marlut in possession. Does have a chance here. Di Maria. Ramirez. Can he find some space? He can for Ronaldo. Is this 2-0? It is! Fabulous shot. And Marlut has a 2-0 lead in the first leg. And surely he's making his way into the semi-finals.
Yeah, very well played from Marlut. Just was patient and then got a clear opening on the left-hand side. And in the end, it was an easy finish. Drerhano tried to get the block in, but it was just too late. Look at all that space.
Where has that come from? There has been about as much space as the bottom of my broom cupboard in this game for the entire 90 minutes. And for some reason at the end, the right back goes completely AWOL. And Marlut makes his opponent suffer for the missing right back. It's 2-0. You get a third here. Be incredible. Ronaldo. Oh, all the tricks coming out. And there it is. Final whistle. Or was that a foul?
Foul.
It might have been a foul. Yeah. Not quite final whistle just yet. So, not much injury time, I wouldn't have thought. Oh, that's an interesting pass. I'm going to concede a goal right at the end of this one, so got to be careful. That should be enough now.
Yep.
There it is. So, 2-0. Marlut wins the opening game of this second quarter final. And what are your thoughts overall? I mean, 2-0 is a great lead to take in to the second leg, obviously. He knows that he can sit back a little bit, he can be a bit more defensive, doesn't have to take any risks, he can even play the counter-attack game if he wants to.
Yep.
But on the other hand, are you disappointed to see Drerhano play the way that he has? Because we don't really see anything. I don't remember seeing a shot on goal.
You know what? I was disappointed with Drerhano there. We were expecting, like,
one shot on goal.
We all tipped him at the start of the game. And I know a lot of players here were expecting big things. Maybe his sort of one of the favourites pre-tournament to reach the final. But I didn't see any of that to suggest he can make the final in that game.
Yeah.
Losing possession a lot in his own half. And just giving the ball away a lot in midfield as well. I think he had one chance there, maybe a shot all game. But maybe that's doing disjustice to how well Marlut played there. He didn't give him a lot of space.
It was very compact, wasn't it? Midfield, both midfields were very compact. And I jokingly said it feels like the 7 players in midfield right now. It actually did. It was so busy in there. How do you counter that? How do you get out of that and find that space that he did at the end of the game?
Yeah, you need to get your fullbacks wide and get them up the pitch. A lot of players do like to play with a 4-2-3-1 formation or 4-3-3 formation, so with wingers. Because both their formations are narrow, we didn't really see that in that game.
So we are going to get into our second game very shortly. Lineup's just being finalised right now. Do you think maybe he decides to go a little bit more attacking from the off here? Just literally go gung-ho, or is that the wrong move? Is that actually going to invite some trouble for Drerhano?
Yeah, yeah, possibly. You don't want to lose the game straight away. I think you wait till half-time before you gamble, but again, you don't want to leave it too long as well. The way the game's heading, it looks like Marlut could go 3 or 4-0 up. So I think it's definitely on Drerhano to change something here. But it's very hard when you play at home and you're used to a system. Like Poacher said in his pre-match interview, I don't think he'll change anything going forward. You know, this is the formation he's worked with at home. Yeah. These guys have played hundreds and hundreds of games. They're used to this style, so I don't think he'll change anything just yet.
Yeah, Marlut's going to be thrilled with that first that first leg. You saw him now on the left-hand side of your screen. Just getting ready. And see the difference in statistics. Not all about stats, of course. It's also about chemistry and lineups. And we will be underway in our second leg right now. If you're just joining us, 2-0. Marlut winning the first leg. And he will be very, very happy with that. Although he doesn't look it right now. Inside, right now, he's actually having a disco.
Yeah, no, it's quite common to see players quite composed, even though they are obviously 2-0 ahead. He'll be focused on the task at hand. It's quite interesting to see, actually, Drerhano's squad is called the Docs. So a squad full of Docs, maybe. Maybe the players are inheriting his status.
Yeah, maybe. I think we've done enough with the doctor jokes
now.
Yeah,
oh, sorry, I was trying to play it a bit more.
Oh, okay. All right. I do the jokes, you know that, right?
Okay, sorry, I just want to pitch in a little bit.
Oh. All right.
Is that okay?
Well, I don't know, you have to check with my agent.
Okay, I'll phone him up.
Spencer, where's Spencer? Yeah, Spencer does the jokes, I do the jokes. That's the roles.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we've done this.
Yeah,
Did no one brief you? Did no one brief you?
No one did.
Come on, Chris, get on with it.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'll have to bring that story up about beating you in FIFA 05 again.
Yeah. Please don't.
I know how embarrassing that was for you, to lose to a 79-year-old in FIFA. We're underway in second leg of our second quarter-final. Early chance here. Balassi's going to bring that one down. Marlut's going to have to tidy that one up very quickly. Does so. Nicely done. And you don't want to concede that early goal. We've seen a lot of early goals this weekend, actually. A lot of early goals. Poacher being one of those. Saw him in Group A yesterday as well.
Yeah, no, Emi Boost at some stage only scored a goal in the first couple minutes of a half.
Almost reminds me of the old days where you could score from the halfway line after kick-off. Let's not talk about that. 5 minutes gone in our second leg. And as you can see, the aggregate score is on the screen. 2-0. Marlut leads. The pre-game favourite. Currently under a lot of pressure here. Playing in the blue strips with the yellow band. And putting together some nice passing here. But ultimately is broken down once more by that compact midfield we were talking about at half-time. Rooney. Cuadrado now. Near side. Marlut now trying to come forward. Nicely done, though. It's Cuadrado versus Cuadrado. I can't really tell who's who, other than there's one in a blue and a white shirt. Ball thumped forward. It's a long ball, Wimbledon-style ball forward, but it worked. And now Marlut can build from the back. Rooney once more being the central midfielder now. Used very popularly in the Ultimate Team as a central midfielder. Some feel, maybe Crawley perhaps, he doesn't quite have the legs for a forward anymore. He's still got a bit of pace, hasn't he? No comment from Chris, so probably not.
So I was trying so I was watching the game.
Walker near side. Actually broke that one down. And he's really just got to go for it now, Drerhano, really. I don't see why he would sit back and soak up some pressure and try and hit him on the break, but it's Marlut that's trying to find the opening goal in this second leg. And again, Cuadrado versus Cuadrado is going to be an interesting battle in that midfield area. Nice slide rule, ball through, Balassi's throw and goal. Lovely tackle by Magalan right at the very end, just in front of the box as well. Very dangerous area. And Marlut's tidied that one up again. He seems to be brilliant in defence as well as going forward.
Yeah, Marlut's been impressive in defence so far. And really quite impressive in keeping possession, not making too many like unforced errors.
Sturridge near side now. Two-way. Little bit of a dance by Sturridge. Nice side foot. Rooney. Balassi. Nice combination. But again, Marlut stands tall. Doesn't panic. Brings the ball out. Far side with Balassi. Di Maria on the floor trying to return the pass. And that ball is now one back again in that midfield area again. Just a little bit of pushing and shoving in there. Like a couple of trolleys trying to get into the checkout area, and the yellow card is dispensed. So another one of those. This time Wayne Rooney in the book after 23. That's not good. No wonder he looks grumpy. It was late. It was very late. It was later than my tube this morning. And I'm telling you, that was very late.
But yeah, that's what Drerhano needs to do now. Press hard at the pitch, take them kind of risks.
A chance now. There's some space down here as well. Bombing forward with the left back, Van Aanholt. Cuadrado's in the inside position. Is he going to try and get there? No, not quite. Other Rooney now getting the ball back and trying to do something here in midfield. He's not got a huge amount of option in front of him. Ramirez to the side. PLALC. Rooney on that yellow card, of course. PLALC now has found some space. Could have taken it forward. Decides to check back instead. It might fall kindly here. And Marlut still has the ball. Somehow. Ramirez is going to clear that one away. Drerhano now coming forward. Rooney. Oh, poor ball. Switched up by Neuer and Walker. Rooney finally gets it back at the end of that. Needs some triangles down this far side. Di Maria. Again, poor ball. Marlut gets the ball back again. Walker, little flick. Cuadrado, Rooney. Not able to collect. Cuadrado on the other side now in the blue. Rooney. Very similar setups from both of these two teams. Very similar lineups as well. Which is why it's been so close.
Yeah, both players playing very narrow. I think they'll probably edit their custom tactics to put their team width right down to about 0.
PLALC now on the edge of the box. Went for the pass. Might have thought about the shot at some point. They've got to take some shots at some stage in this match, you'd feel, anyway. Just the one shot in 127 minutes from Drerhano, and that's why he's actually 2-0 down in this game. Partly why, anyway. Definitely why he hasn't scored any. Rooney trying to chase. Hooked away by Van Aanholt now on the right-hand side. The left-hand side of the pitch. Near side as we look. Sturridge. Di Maria. Rooney now. Looking for Sturridge on the long ball. Does bring it down. Hits it first time. And that one, goalkeeper was smartly down to his right for the save.
Yeah, it's the first time Drerhano's really found an opening with a long chip through ball.
Yeah, chance here for Marlut now on the near side. Sturridge sprinting away. Just checks once. Long ball to the back post. Rooney's there up with him. Doing some defending on the 6-yard box. A good job he was. It remains 0-0 in this first half as we approach half-time.
There's a lot of space here for Drerhano, but a little bit isolated at the moment.
Yeah, does need some backup and support. He's got some in the middle! Oh, my goodness. Header was accurate enough to hit the mic, but not the goal.
Yeah, no, good effort there, to be fair, by Drerhano. Just put that across the box, and a common goal we see in this tournament where...
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, do you think he should have done better, really?
No, I think sometimes that's just up to how the players, their momentum, how they react, how they run against the other player. That was a good half chance there for him.
So, very tight tactical game again. Even less chances on goal this time round as well. And the changes are being made. Are we going to see 3 subs again from both players at half-time?
Yeah, I think Drerhano looks like he's keeping with his 4-3-1-2 formation.
He's thinking about Rooney, isn't he, on that yellow card as well?
Yeah, he's keeping Rooney on for now. Didn't put. I don't think he's putting Ramos on either.
Ramirez and Cuadrado are going to stay. And he's thinking about Walcott as well.
Looks like Bell's the only player coming on.
Yeah, he had Bell last time, put him up front, didn't he? And on the other side, we've got Ronaldo on for Sturridge. And Robin on for PLALC. So very similar. So Robin, Ronaldo substitutions again. And Pogba is also on. Threaded ball through. Chance here for Drerhano. Snuffed out by Walker in the end. But he's still got the ball here. Twist and turning on that far side. Lays the ball in. And again, it's pushed away. Marlut again stands strong at the back. Still defending a 2-0 aggregate lead, of course. So even one goal is not going to be enough for the Doctor.
Again, very impressive defensively from Marlut there with the sliding tackle in the box. Had to be 100% sure there. And again, blocking the cross with the header.
Sure about that Di Maria pass. Got confused there, surely. Bale now. And he's forced a corner, I think. Yeah. So, early chance, 7 minutes into the second half now. Must capitalise on some of these chances that he's getting. Short corner, whipped into the 6-yard box. Chance on the edge of the box, Van Aanholt was there. Not perhaps the best player to have fallen to a Steve McMahon-style shot from the edge of the box. Those tuning in are like, who the hell is Steve McMahon? They literally are right now in Twitch chat. Who the heck is Steve McMahon? Look him up.
Real Madrid, didn't he? Oh no, sorry, that was Steve McManaman.
Yeah, that was McManaman.
Sorry,
that was more your generation.
Yeah.
Steve McMahon used to stand on the edge of the penalty box for Liverpool, and whenever the ball broke, it would literally land to him, and he would smash it in at about 190 miles an hour.
It's like the Paul Scholes of our generation, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly that kind of guy. Yeah, definitely the Paul Scholes of my generation. Back in 1732. Chance for the Doctor. Oh, Bale sort of threw himself at it theatrically, but he wasn't going to get there. Marlut, just every opportunity now he can get, he'll just be hoping to run that clock down, even as early as this. 30 minutes remaining.
So we're at the sort of normal stage, so 60 minutes.
See, look, Twitch chat can't even spell Steve McMahon, let alone actually know who he is. So, semi-final place on the line here. And Marlut so far looking very good. A ball inside. Couldn't quite get Ronaldo involved there. What was the old Manchester United combo of Ronaldo and Rooney? Seems like an age ago he played in the Premier League. And changes a foot again. So, what are we going to see here? Because we didn't see anything at half-time from him, so what are we going to see? Rooney's going to be switched around a little bit in that 4-4-2, potentially?
He does like playing narrow, so yeah, I'm expecting three at the back. Maybe go to 3-4-1-2. Or maybe
4-3-1-2.
not.
What? So that's exactly what he had before.
Sorry, 3-4-1-2.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's staying the same.
Thought about it, didn't he? And one substitution. Hazard on for Cuadrado, which he did at half-time in the first game, the first leg. Nice, fast, fresh pair of legs on. Now, he's got to start putting something together here. Rooney, Walker, back to Rooney. Back to Walker again. Can't find anything through there. And Ronaldo will now collect this and run that ball down. Well, no, he won't. He'll use Di Maria on the inside of him. Now, Di Maria is a bit of a champion, by the way. He was in action only 6 hours ago, playing in the Copa America, and here he is again at the Gfinity Arena.
He was.
Guy's so athletic.
He wasn't a champion last night, though.
No, sadly for him. Well done, Chile. Ronaldo. Di Maria over the top now. Can he chase this one? No. Again, Courtois there. It's been enjoyable from a tactical point of view, but my, I really want to go.
Yeah, no.
Call me selfish.
Marlut's done a good job here, to be fair. Just to take the sting out of this game, slow it down.
Oh, where's this going to end up? Could have gone anywhere. It was a bit like pinball in there for a moment. Marlut again. You're right, Chris. He's been probably the best defensive player we've seen so far. Yeah,
no, I'd say well.
Despite the fact that he let a lot of goals in yesterday.
Yeah, I was good. Like Ty Watton is normally impressive defensively. Obviously, only lost 1-0 to Poacher. But yeah, no, Marlut has been impressive in this game. And just his reactions in defence as well. A lot of running to block shots, get them slide tackles in, and just keep possession where he needs to.
14 minutes left, and the Doctor's dreams are stung to look dashed. He's got to find something here. Di Maria in midfield. Rooney's there as well. Di Maria gets a second bite at the cherry. Hazard now with an opening. He's got to score this one, and he does. He's pulled one back. It's game on with 12 minutes remaining.
And a good goal from Dr. Drerhano, finally getting that space he's been looking for, for the last 2 games.
Had to carve himself an opening if he had any chance of making the semi-finals. And he's got it. 2-1. Marlut leads overall. 1-0 down in the second leg. He won't care about that too much. A bit of shirt pulling over on the far side. Walker and Hazard getting acquainted with each other rather closely. As it is now, Dr. Drerhano now has the ball. Lovely slide challenge used by Marlut in that midfield area. It was important as well, but there's some space here on the far side. Balassi now. Men streaming forward. Time ticking down. Balassi, inside ball. Couldn't quite get it to Bale, but he might get a second chance at it. He does. Edge of the box now. Rooney waiting just to the left of him. Bale's going to go it alone here. Little bit of trickery inside the penalty box, looking for the penalty perhaps. Still can't get through, and Marlut stands his ground. Lovely play from him. Rooney combines in midfield. Robben now, Pogba. Marlut now streaming forward. Can he find a killer finish here to kill this tie off? Ronaldo, Rooney, Ramirez, Pogba. Still searching for something. Rooney with a little ball over the top. Robben's waiting. It's fallen down, Ronaldo! Oh, brilliant, brilliant defending this time from Drerhano. They can do it at both ends, it seems. It's made the last 4 or 5 minutes very tense, though. 3 minutes to go. Marlut on the verge of the semi-finals. Drerhano needs a goal from somewhere. Hazard, Bale now on the edge of the area again, trying to work something out. 2 men ahead of him. Brilliant tackle by Ramirez, and Marlut can bring it away here. Can he get something on the counter now? Robben to Ronaldo once more. Into injury time. 2 minutes of injury time. Injury on the Ronaldo, I think, there of Drerhano. And Marlut now will be content just to hold this ball, keep possession, and he's done that very well throughout this quarter-final. Any moment now, the whistle will be blown, and that will be that. Marlut is your second semi-finalist. It's an all brand new semi-final for the first time here at the Gfinity Arena. And unfortunately, the favourite of this particular tie is out.
You know, again, we lose a favourite from this competition, but yeah, no, I really don't understand Drerhano throughout that game. He decided not to change it. I thought it nearly did work out for him. There was a few times there where I just thought he was too patient when he got to the edge of his opponent's box. You know, doing a few skill moves, and it didn't really go anywhere. He didn't go to either go down the line and cross it in, or do a body feint into the box and shoot like we see so many players do. Yeah. And yeah, no, just, well, and a good defensive displays from Marlut.
Yeah, I mean, tactically, it was quite interesting to watch, I'm sure, from your point of view, and Dave's probably sitting there salivating over the tactics and strategies. But for me and Spencer, it was kind of like, I want more goals, I want some more excitement, I want some more shots and stuff like that. And it just wasn't, it didn't have that kind of quarter-final feel to it. But Marlut won't care about how it was won, will he? No.
Well, Marlut, we just saw there actually on the stats. Marlut actually had no shots all game.
Yeah, no shots in the second leg at all. not just not on target, none at all. Containment.
Yeah, he just did what he had to do to get through to the semi-finals. Yeah. And yeah, that was a professional FIFA display with a 2-0 lead. And
great for someone who's not been here before, hasn't gone through to that semi-final or the final before. We're going to see one of those two go through now as well into the final. It's going to be a new name. Yeah, no, we're really interested to see Marlut versus Poacher, I believe. Just to see how Marlut deals. Obviously, very impressive defensively, and Poacher that
will
clash
be
of styles, isn't it? Yeah. Now we actually have that sort of attack-minded play against the defensive-minded play. So really interested to see how those two clash in the semi-finals. Just a word for Drerhano though, because disappointing way to go out. I'm not sure where he's really done much wrong in that game either. I mean, he's only lost narrowly, got the goal back, a little bit too late perhaps.
Yeah, no, I think it was. I would have liked to see him gamble a bit more. I know he changed his mentality to offensive at the end of that game a little bit, trusted his play style, but yeah, it just didn't play off. And there was a lack of a plan B, I thought, from Drerhano.
Okay, but do you think that there could have been something different about the way he played that second leg? Could have come out more attacking, maybe? We talked a little bit about between the two matches. Could he have come out and been a bit more aggressive and taken a few more risks on the understanding that he knows that if he loses another goal anyway, he's out of the competition. Yeah. But if he can get an earlier goal, that could have changed the whole dynamic. I don't know, it just felt like he didn't really throw anything. I would have been saying, right, throw the kitchen sink at this. Let's just throw everything at it. Yeah,
no, I agree. I'd rather lose like 5-6-0 and have gambled for it than to lose by one goal and felt that he didn't push for it. And I definitely feel this was the case here. He just left it a little bit too late, and Marlut was just able to slow the game down. And yeah, that was the worst case for Drerhano. He just couldn't get the tempo, up in that game at all.
Yeah, that's the key thing for me. Tempo was almost non-existent in time. The first leg especially was very tight, very compact. Couldn't really see any balls being played. You said before they're playing very narrow, and obviously that lends itself to that way. And they both had similar lineups and both played similar strategies. So almost cancelled each other out. What was the difference though between the two for you? Was it Marlut's really good defending in the second half and that containment of the second leg, or was it maybe the way that he scored the goals when he had the opportunities to do that in the first one.
Yeah, no, I think the difference was Marlut just kept possession of the ball a lot better. So he had more attacks to reach that final third. They were very similar. They were very patient when they were trying to attack around the edge of the box, looking for them openings. I just felt Marlut had more opportunities to do that than Drerhano. Drerhano kept losing the ball a lot in his half of the pitch, and I thought that was his downfall today.
Yeah, I wonder actually. I think Matt's almost ready with our winner, but I wonder if we can ask him right now what he thought about coming through from yesterday and looking at the bracket and thinking, oh, I actually have a legit chance. Do I have a legit chance? Does he have a legit chance of winning the whole thing now?
Yeah, I think he does, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he thinks that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's find out because he's downstairs with Matt.
Congratulations, Marlut. Now, you've played Drerhano before, and you beat him when you've played him before online. So were you confident coming into this game?
Yeah, I was comfortable, but at the end I know it is a very tough opponent, but I gave my best, and at the end I won. And
you played sort of quite conservatively, really. Is that your style? I mean, you didn't have any shots at all in that second leg.
Yeah, I play a little bit same like Drerhano. We both play. We don't force attacks, and I won the first game. So in the second game, I don't need to score any goals. So I just sit back and try to not concede any goal, and maybe one counter attack will bring me the lead, and then I will be through.
So you played that whole second leg thinking I can sit on the 2-0 lead I've got from the first leg. That's quite a brave way of playing it. Are you very confident in defence?
Yeah, I think my attacking this year is not that good, so I'm better in defending. So I try to be good there, and that's it.
Now, you're going to be playing ex-poacher in our semi-finals. Congratulations on making our semi-finals. That means you're taking home some of our $10,000 prize pool. To take home more than that and make our final, you're going to have to beat ex-poacher, who, as we've seen so far, he was a surprise to make it through to our quarterfinals as well. He's a very attacking player. He sort of comes onto the field with his squad how he wants them, attacks in his own sort of his plan, doesn't really adjust to his opponents, as he was saying to us earlier on. So he's very attacking-minded. You're very strong in defence. Are there any changes to how you've been playing that you'll make to accommodate ex-poacher?
I don't think I have to change anything up. I'm playing pretty comfortable in this tournament, and I think I can beat him.
And if you do beat him, then you'll be in our final. Out of the other players who are still with us, is there anyone you'd really like to meet in the final?
I would like to meet Brian again, because he beat me in the first game of my tournament here. I was a little bit nervous, but now I think I can beat him.
So if it's Brian, our Season 2 champion, makes it all the way to the final, you'd like a grudge match, a rematch against him from the group stage. Brilliant. How do you prepare then for playing against somebody, if it is Brian, how do you prepare for playing someone you've lost to in this tournament?
I would just play the same as I played the first game against him. I conceded at the 90 minutes with 3 minutes overtime. I conceded the second, the 2-2, and after that, I was mentally down, and then the second game went to him like 4-1. Right. I just tried that this will not happen again.
Okay, good. Well, let's see if that's how our final works out. So congratulations again. Thanks. That's Marlut, who's made it through to our semi-finals here at the Play Like a Legend Season 3. So that's one of our semi-finals arranged. It'll be ex-poacher versus Marlut. Who's going to be taking part in our other semi-final and taking home a share of our $10,000 prize pool? We will find out soon. We'll just have a short break, and then we'll be bringing you Epsilon Rocky versus Emmy. Those players who were great yesterday. Emmy had to fight his way through to the semi-finals. Epsilon Rocky, he got a bye in his first match. Very comfortably made it through to today's quarterfinals. Who's going to win out of those? We'll find out just after this break.
Peggy 3.
That is a bitter defeat. That is the sweet taste of victory. That's hard to swallow. That's the dream start. It's all come together perfectly. Well, this is it. The taste of football.
Sweet victory for one team, bitter defeat for the other.
I'm on it. 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 I'm on it.